41 NBC Sports, it's time for Friday Night Football scores and highlights. You're in the end zone. Brought to you in part by Macon and Robbins Bedroom and Mattress, Dublin Chevy Nissan, and Raphael Tire Master. With Bill Shanks, Tucker Sargent, and Shaaz Peerani.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the End Zone. I'm Bill Shanks from the Superstations. 93.1 FM in Macon, 105.9 FM in Warner Robins, and 98.3 FM in South Central Georgia. Tonight, we've got a tremendous matchup for the game of the week. Shaaz Peerani will have Bleckley County at Dublin, two of the top-ranked teams in Single A. Let's get started with one of the top rivalries in Middle Georgia, Jackson and Mary Persons. And let's be honest about this. These two programs never have liked each other, and we kind of like that for high school football. The Bulldogs came in ranked 4th in AAA by the AJC with a 5-1 record. Jackson, they've struggled this year, only at 1-5. Here we go back to Forsyth for the Bulldogs and the Red Devils for the Spirit section in full force tonight. Here come the Dogs on the field. First quarter action now, Bulldogs have it. Ball snapped, Mac Wilson hands off to Duke Watson. You'll see a lot of him tonight. Takes it in for the touchdown. PAT's going to make it 7-zip. Very next play, Ryan Bankston is going to kick it off. It's a squib kick. Brian Nelson, look at you. And Jackson fumbled it, and Mary Persons recovered. How about that, sports fans? Next play, ball snapped to Nelson. Throws it R.J. Holder, who's going to set up another touchdown for the Bulldogs. Because on the very next play, you got it. Snap to Nelson, gives it to Watson. 6 more points. This is easy. PAT good again, making it 14-0. Later on in the first quarter, Bulldogs looking to score again. Guess what combination? Nelson, Watson, you know the drill. Put 6 more points on the board. And actually, it was 21-0 after the PAT. Bulldogs at the end of the first quarter. Late in the second quarter now, Bulldogs looking to score again after almost letting the Red Devils get on the board. Watson again takes it for another touchdown. How about that? Sending it into halftime with Mary Persons up 21-0. Bulldogs win easily. 49-0 the final. Mary Persons now 6-1 in the season. They'll host Peach County in our game of the week next Friday night. Let's go to Macon. Thompson Stadium now. Central hosted Ace tonight, and it was homecoming tonight for the Chargers with a nice crowd on hand. Beautiful field over there at Thompson Stadium. Chargers running back Darion Chappell finds a small gap, bursts through it, setting up. Pretty good field position, but they get a little greedy on the next play. Justin Relaford is going to be hit as he throws, and it lands right in the hands of a defender for Ace, setting up for a score. Here's the play. Griffins would find a way to collect points. Running back Bryson Vincent. Look at this run. High stepping it, going all the way to the end zone, shaking defenders along the way away from him. Nice play. Making the score only 6-0. The 2-point conversion, no good. A little later in the next drive, the Chargers forced to a punt. But watch this. Freshman Ace Hatcher. Yes, Keith's son. Look at that play right there for the touchdown. 13-0 after the point after. Hatcher also got snaps at quarterback for the second half. Chargers take the field once again. But look out, Griffin's defense snatches the ball away from Relaford and takes it into the end zone. Now 20-0. Ace, quarterback sneak would boost the Griffins up 27-0, but they're not done yet. Caleb Scarberry, the quarterback, finds Bryce Whitley for the touchdown. Second quarter now 34-0, and Ace holds on and wins it. 48-0 is the final score. Ace now 6-1 in the season and 3-1 in Region 2 and AA. Central Falls 2-0-7. All right, we've got 2 games with 4 Macon private schools coming up, along with a big game in Warner Robins. More of the End Zone right after this.
Tonight, we lift up and celebrate Flint Energy's Power Lineman of the Week, Al Jordan, and high school football lineman Chase McGee of Peach County High School. Both linemen working to bring power and passion to everything they do, on and off the field. Lineman of the Week is powered by Flint Energies.
It's time for more Friday Night Football scores and highlights. You're in the end zone. Brought to you in part by Macon and Robbins Bedroom and Mattress, Dublin Chevy Nissan, and Raphael Tire Master. With Bill Shanks, Tucker Sargent, and Shaaz Peerani.
High school football is everything.
An interesting matchup tonight. The MAC with Northside hosting Houston County. The Eagles won their region opener last week against Tift County, while the Bears lost a tough region opener to Lee County. The Bears beat Northside last season by 4 points, one of only 4 wins for Houston County in the 25 games played between these two schools. The Bears came in at 5-1, Eagles 3-3. Here we go, back for some highlights of McConnell Talbot Stadium for the action at the MAC, as they say. All right, let's get Northside going first. Jarris Coney takes the handoff. Watch this run right here. He's at the 40, he's at midfield, and he is going to be brought down around the 36-yard line. Nice play here, and then another good run here. Left side, and he's in for the score. 6 points for the Eagles. Nice play there, 7-0 after the PAT. Hoko now on offense. Antoine Hill hands the ball from midfield to Amir Thomas. Nice run, left side, cuts back, gets about 15 yards there. Then Hill again, quarterback, snap around the 28, hands off to Thomas again, and guess what's going to happen? How about a touchdown right there into the end zone? Get your game on for the score. Extra point good, tied at 7. Back on offense, the Bears in the red zone now. And the handoff, Ryan Taleb, hands off, gets it, walks in there. PAT was good, 14-7 Hoko. Eagles back now, and they got a different quarterback in there. Quick pass, Karan Milton gets the Eagles 23 yards. Then another quick pass coming up to Colt Denson. And this is a nice play as they're knocking on the door. A few plays later, Zion Love with Jarris Coney again to the end zone for the score. That tied it up at 14. Bears would go on to win this with a great second half, 42-14 the final. Hoko now 6-1. That's their first region win of the year. Northside falls to 4-3. Both teams are off next week. Now to private school football. First, Mount DeSales at FPD. Here we go for the highlights of this game. And the Vikings will get going first with Jakari Williams, the fine player near midfield. Is going to launch the ball from around the 50. Under pressure, gets hit, and Lucas Buckner got it down, touchdown. How about that? PAT would be good, and it's 7-0 Vikings. Now Mount DeSales, Xavion DeShazer passes the ball to Lawton Hall, just shy of the end zone, and they would try it again. DeShazer hands it off. Caleb Linder, he gets in there. PAT would be no good, however, and it's 7-6 FPD. Now Vikings get going back on offense and near midfield again. Hands off Hayden Auld. 2 runs through an opening, and he gets inside the 30 to around the 25, brought back down by Nate Frankham. FPD now finishes the drive. Major Simmons hands it to Breck Griffin. How about that score? Touchdown, making it 14-6 after the PAT. Second quarter now, FPD, Major Simmons again. Short pass to Hayden Alds, who fights multiple defenders and gets into the end zone. How about that? PAT good, 21-6. That was the score at halftime. The Cavs in control, and they would win it 30-6 the final. The Vikings are now 4-2-1. Cavs have now lost 15 games in a row. They'll be at Tattnall next week. Speaking of Tattnall, they were at Stratford tonight, and guess who's here? Tucker's here with another Macon private high school game with the Eagles and the Trojans.
Yeah, big rivalry. Tattnall coming in 2-4, Stratford 4-2. This was the region opener for both teams, though. In other words, the real season opener. Deal. Here we go. They met in the state semifinals last year. Eagles won by 27. In that one, we pick it up in the first. Trojans have it first. Antone Johnson rumbles his way up the middle for a first down. The Tattnall ground game really getting things going early. The option pitch to Johnson, and he slices and dices his way through the Eagles inside the 10-yard line. Then they go to the air. Maybe should have stuck with the ground game. Caden Falk tries to force one in there, and Maddox Whitehead gets the interception to stop the Trojan threat. The Eagles take over on offense, and they go to the air. Nathan Haskell reels that one in. It's a first down reception into Tattnall territory, but the drive would end a few plays later on 4th down. The Tattnall defense stuffing the rush, and the Trojans taken back over. That's led by number 50, Tristan Turner. The names of my children.
How about that?
How about that?
Cool.
Even spelled the same.
Yeah.
Trojans back to the air. And Falk complete to William Stewart. He's behind everybody. First down, Tattnall. 3rd and 6, Johnson takes it to the house. 7-0 Trojans after the extra point. Second quarter now, it's still 7-0. Billy Noblet with a long run to get him down there. The Eagles, that is. But they fail to convert on fourth down. Webb Davidson getting a paw on it, and the Trojans get a goal line stand. And then they use the ground game to get inside the red zone. Look at this run. The receiver, Rhett Dobson, the senior, scores. 14-0 Tatnall. Third quarter now, still 14-0 after the Eagles got a field goal blocked. And the Trojans, Falk delivers a perfect pass to Johnson. He goes all the way. Tatnall matches the point differential from the last time they played. Just flip the winner. A 27-point win for Tatnall. 34-7 the final.
How about that? And Stratford now has to play John Millage next week. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, good luck.
All right, Tucker, thank you very much. We got our game of the week, Bleckley County and Dublin, right after this.
More highlights coming up on the End Zone. Tonight's catered meal for the End Zone crew is provided by Cow Pies Pizza. Food the whole family will love. Hashtag utterly delicious. It's time for more Friday Night Football scores and highlights. You're in the End Zone. Brought to you in part by Macon and Robin's Bedroom and Mattress, Dublin Chevy Nissan, and Raphael Tire Master. With Bill Shanks, Tucker Sargent, and Shaaz Peerani. High school football is everything.
A great rivalry game tonight at the Shamrock Bowl between Dublin and Bleckley County. The Royals came in ranked 6th by the AJC, while the Fighting Irish ranked 9th in Single A Division I. This is the region opener for both teams. Bleckley head coach Vaughn Laster was trying to beat Dublin coach Roger Holmes for the first time in his career. He was 0-4 coming into this one. Here's Shaaz Peerani now with our game of the week.
Hey Bill, Dublin has won this border war 16 out of the 17 times they've matched up, and they've also won it 6 times in a row. So Bleckley County looking for some revenge as they lost last year 31-13 on their own soil. So let's see who can start off region play with a crucial victory here at the Shamrock Bowl.
We've got a lot of action, so let's jump right into it. Fourth drive of the game for Bleckley County. Josh Stanley Jr. gets the handoff. He breaks loose and he goes in for the 37-yard rushing touchdown. The first points of the game came 4 minutes into the second quarter, and Royals lead 7-0 after the extra point. Now next Royals drive, it's 4th and short, they're going for it. Quarterback Cam Everett finds Cam back on the screen. He breaks free and he goes in all the way to the 2-yard line. And Royals would take advantages later in the drive. Everett takes it himself. He works his way to the left side of the field, gets in for the score, and Royals up 14-0 after the extra points. But finally, with under a minute left in the first half, Dublin gets on the board as Cameron Hampton gets the go-around handoff, breaks a few tackles, and he finds the open grass. He would take it home for the 65-yard touchdown. And Dublin trailed 14-7 at halftime, and it was a huge momentum shift as now opening drive for the second half. Quarterback Mike O'Neill keeps it himself. He breaks a tackle. He goes loose to the right side of the field. He's in. No one can catch him. Dublin ties it up at 14 just moments into the third quarter. But it didn't take Bleckley County long to answer back. His next drive, Everett finds Marcus Newson wide open for the touchdown. And Bleckley County up 21-14 after the extra point. Now after picking off Dublin, Royals looking to add on a few more points, as this time Everett finds Marquise Brown for the touchdown. And Royals up on top by 14 after the extra point. However, the Fighting Irish not shying away from a fight, as this time Hampton would work his way in, barely gets in for the score, and Dublin makes it a 7-point game after the extra point. The Royals quickly respond once again as Stanley Jr. runs it in for the 1-yard score. The Royals up 35-21 after the extra point. And then to cap it off, next drive for the Fighting Irish, O'Neill looking for the toss, but it is fumbled and Stanley Jr. picks it up, and he would take it all the way home for the 70-yard touchdown. That would ice the game, and the Royals would come out on top on this one, 42-28.
Well, finally, after 6 consecutive losses to the Fighting Irish, the Bleckley County Royals pick up a crucial victory, and it's a good one because it's a region matchup. They look to keep that momentum going as they host Johnson County next Friday. On the other hand, Dublin looking to bounce back as they host Dooley County in a non-region matchup. Bill, that's all I've got from the Shamrock Bowl. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Shaaz. We appreciate it. We'll take a look at the scoreboard right after this.
It's time for more Friday Night Football scores and highlights. You're in the end zone. Brought to you in part by Macon and Robin's Bedroom and Mattress, Dublin Chevy Nissan, and Raphael Tire Master. With Bill Shanks, Tucker Sargent, and Shaaz Peerani. High school football is everything.
Georgia-Kentucky game starts tomorrow at 3 on the Superstations with Jeff Dantzler, who also hosts a show each weekday at noon for us. We'll have the Braves game tomorrow online at thesuperstations.com, and I'll be in Atlanta on Monday for complete coverage of Game 2. Please join us each weekday at 3 for the Bill Shanks Show on thesuperstations.com. Science, let's get to the scoreboard right now. Veterans loses. They're now 3-4. They lose big to Lee County, who's a great team in 6A. Jones County all over Ola. They're now 5-2, and they'll have Dutchtown next week. Warner Robins over Union Grove tonight, 27-14. They're 3-0 in the region, the Demons are. Perry all over Griffin at home, 41-7. They'll host Baldwin next week. Northeast won last night, big over Cherokee. Spalding over Howard, tough game for Howard. They're now 0-3 in the region. West Side on a big defensive stop at the very end, 4th and goal on the 2-yard line, and they stopped the Raiders, who are very improved. 27-21 the final. West Side the winner. They're 5-1. Jeff Davis over Dodge by 3. Waco beats West Side 21-13. Dooley County over the Vikings of Trellan County 26-12. Overtime, a thriller. Hawkinsville, look at the Red Devils. They're 5-2. They beat Wheeler County tonight. Westfield loses to Strong Rock by 5. Springwood beats Windsor 22-20. All right, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you right back here next Friday night for more high school football. For now, I'm Bill Shanks, and for all of us at 41 NBC, good night.